I would really like to thank everyone for joining us here tonight for Detroit Phoenix Center's One Night Without a Bed campaign kickoff. My name is Erica Francis, a reporter and anchor with Detroit's own Fox 2. I am truly honored and blessed to be your host for tonight's event. For those watching tonight who are not familiar with this wonderful organization, Detroit Phoenix Center is a high-impact nonprofit organization that works to meet the critical, holistic, and emergent needs of youth in our community. Many of the youth Detroit Phoenix Center serves are often disproportionately represented in foster care, the juvenile legal system, and the homeless space, and are seeking a safe space to belong. For the past 5 years, Detroit Phoenix Center has combated homelessness and poverty in Detroit by operating as the only drop-in center for youth in crisis, providing a continuum of services. This one-of-a-kind organization supports young people ages 13 to 24 through direct services, including a daily drop-in center where youth and young adults can take advantage of lockers, showers, washers, and dryers for laundry service, and even a food pantry and access computers. The organization also provides after-school enrichment programs, a youth action board for young people to develop leadership skills, and emergency crisis housing, and has created a scholarship fund to help young people further their education. Detroit Phoenix Center continues to grow by introducing unique and innovative programs and initiatives designed not only to give youth and young adults a voice, but also to empower them by giving them the knowledge to access resources to live out their dreams and to find success for themselves. Detroit Youth Rising is a new podcast series created by youth at DPC. The podcast is designed to provide young people with a platform to raise awareness of social issues they are passionate about. Each Detroit Youth Rising episode examines a critical issue that Detroit youth face on a daily basis. The 30-minute episodes advance racial equity and racial justice for Black youth through interviews hosted by DPC youth leaders with subject matter experts that provide an insightful discussion of the complex issues facing youth living in the city today. Along with the Detroit Youth Rising podcast, the organization has launched the Youth Up mobile app designed to provide youth in need of additional support with a wealth of available resources and services readily accessible at their fingertips. With a few taps on a smartphone screen, youth can now use the Youth Up app to access critical resources and information, such as housing, mental health services, or transportation needs, or interact directly with Detroit Phoenix Center staff to book services with DPC, such as laundry, showers, or the computer lab. In addition to the many programs and initiatives, as I mentioned above, Detroit Phoenix Center continues to work diligently for systematic change and contributes to the growing movement to end youth homelessness and poverty. It is important to remember that none of this would be possible without the generosity and the support of partners like you. This is why One Night Without a Bed is such an essential part of Detroit Phoenix Center's overall goal of continuing its mission to provide critical support and resources to Detroit's most vulnerable population. One Night Without a Bed is a month-long campaign designed to raise awareness of the youth homelessness and poverty crisis and to ensure that Detroit's most vulnerable youth and families have the critical resources that they need to help them during a time when there is still so much uncertainty. Job layoffs, familial crisis, and changes in daily life. This is especially important now as winter is quickly approaching. It is important to note that this is a call to action, not a simulation. We are in no way saying that your discomfort can compare to the realities that youth in crisis face every night. However, this is an opportunity to make a difference. Last year's One Night Without a Bed campaign raised nearly $60,000 and mobilized more than 100 volunteers to give up their beds for one night. The campaign also received nearly millions of views on social media. These critical funds allowed Detroit Phoenix Center to serve over 1,200 youth and families with various services, including 250 nights of emergency shelter for young people in need. Tonight, you will hear stories from Detroit Phoenix Center youth and alumni and remarks from dignitaries who share in our mission to end youth homelessness and poverty.